Dad, is that you? Lay down suppressive fire with the world's most unreliable 22? Okay. Fuck! Kriss Vector. You know it from COD. The old guy at the range is probably calling it your space Star Wars gun. It's iconic. We all know it. We all love it. Today, we got a video on the 22 LR Kriss Vector. I feel like this Vector is severely overlooked. Obviously, its 45 and 9mm counterparts are significantly cooler. This thing came out a few years ago, and I feel like the gun community kind of grazed over it. Everybody loves these tactical 22s, these neat 22 LR guns, but I didn't see much love on the Vector, much good content. A lot of out of the country people, because there's a lot of nations that only allow their civilians to use the poorly lethal 22 long rifle cartridge because they don't want their citizens to be able to stand up to a tyrannical government or foreign or domestic threat. So shout out to those people and their countries. Where this falls in place, I'm not sure. We're going to find out today. It's a pretty sick gun. I've had it for a little bit, done a little bit of range days here and there, shooting about 50 rounds, 100 rounds a pop, nothing crazy. I did take off the upper receiver and spray paint it black because I'm an absolute Call of Duty fanboy and I wanted the two-tone like Modern Warfare 2, just like all of us do. And now they actually sell it in this configuration, so it was a waste of my own time and my $6 spray paint. It's already fading off, but it looks cool. And that's what matters. We're out here in our little kit running around doing drills because we want to look cool for Instagram. So let's get into it and see what this thing's all about. That was crazy. One malfunction right out of the fucking gate. So many click no bangs, man. That was not fun. That was like a chamber clearing simulator. Let's try another mag. Let's see what we got here. To give this another shot. I can tell part of the issue is these magazines. Like the rounds nosedive so bad that I think it has problems feeding it into the chamber all the way, but also it's not extracting either. So let's see if we can have some better luck. This is pretty old ammo, but oh. I told you that round was just nosedived really hard. Got stuck trying to feed in. Okay. Let's burn through this Aguila red box that like isn't feeding. This is like apparently the 22 Kriss Vector and the red box Aguila is like malfunction clearing simulator. So if you don't know how to do that, you should definitely run this combo. It'll help you out a ton. That's what I'm talking about. So red box Aguila, I think we had like 4 or 5 failure to extracts. Not sure what's going on. So we're gonna try. This is the Herder's hollow point target ammo. Got some loaded up in this mag. I don't know if it's gonna run any better, but let's see. Well, that ran flawless, so that's good. Let's load up a couple more mags of that Herder stuff and see how she does. This is the Herder's hollow point target ammo. we got like 15 rounds of the Federal Champion blue box. Oh, one stovepipe. Alright, so got a mag of like 15 odd of the Federal Champion. Yeah, let's just see if it runs, man. It's being a hiccup machine, so it's not being fun to shoot. Wow, sick. Next we got the herders. These are the hollow points targets. Fed fine. Wow, fed fine. This is red box Aguila. Maybe I shit talked it enough that it just works now. This is kind of like that kid in high school that you got to bully to tough up, because I was 3 mags, no malfunction. So let's get these loaded back up and see what's going on. Maybe this thing just needed some fucking carbon buildup in it to work better. No! When we got here, I really wanted this video to be titled "Why the Vector in 22LR is the best Kriss Vector," and we went to shoot some B-roll, and it was just malfunction simulator. Where it stands is do not use the very shitty lead core or whatever blue box Aguila, and we had a couple malfunctions with the red box as well, but the Federal ran great and the herders ran pretty good while malfunction. Obviously this is 22 long rifle, so you can't expect the most reliability. It's a rimfire cartridge, but considering you could run like a Smith & Wesson 1522 with like 5,000 rounds and not clean it, that's a little bit of an exaggeration. But I run 500 round days through my 1522 with no cleaning, no issues, never malfunctions. This thing definitely seems to be way more ammo picky, as well as I think these magazines are causing most of the feeding problems. They just like to nosedive, and because the magazine design is very hard to get those to easily tip back. You can usually tilt the first one, but the second one, as soon as it feeds through, it just tips on its face again and is super angled downward. My final thoughts on the Kriss Vector 22. I want to love it so bad. It's so cool. It looks so cool sitting in the corner of your room. It's cheap to shoot. It looks sick. We've got the DIY spray paint duotone. It's screaming Modern Warfare 2. The only problem is it's just about as reliable as your old Xbox 360 with the red ring of death, with an old shitty copy of MW2 still stuck in the disc tray. We had an absolute metric ton of malfunctions today, trying so many different ammos. It got to the point where I really think this might just be a good training aid for somebody who is learning how to clear malfunctions on a 22LR with no recoil. That being said, when it does work, it's really sick. It's a fun toy. It's a sick little range item. I've got a cheap hollow sun on here that's like 120 bucks. Replica Scalar Works mount, and it looks cool. It's fun to plink with, but it's just not going to suit your needs if you already have a 45 and a 9 Vector that already has very mildly questionable reliability. I don't think this is going to be your training aid just because of how much it malfunctions. It's got so many failure to ejects. It doesn't like to seat the rounds. The 30 round extended magazines, it does come with a very short 10 round that sits flush. The 30 rounds do not work very well. I really wish they did. I can't tap them, I can't shake them well enough to get them to not nosedive and on an open, or when the bolts lock back and you drop it, it tends to just not pick it up correctly and malfunctions. It's a bummer. That being said, for the price you pay, it's about, I think they're like $600-700 on Gunbroker, arguably close to half the price of a 9 or 45, a Kriss Vector. It is still a fun range toy. When it works, it's cool. We had some really good success with the Federal ammo. It worked significantly better than the Aguila and the Herder's hollow point. The Aguila almost wouldn't even feed or extract or anything. Didn't like it. So I think the Federal Blue Box Champion definitely ran the smoothest. Overall, though, it's a good training aid to an extent. Like I said, you just get a ton of malfunctions, but if you're running a Kriss Vector as like your main little kit gun, you know, maybe it's fun to hit some reload drills with this, but with how much it malfunctions, just cough up the extra money. Buy a bulk load of 45, bulk load of 9. It's probably going to suit you a lot better than spending hours at the range clearing malfunctions. But with that being said, that's going to wrap up this video on the Kriss Vector 22 LR. Make sure to check back in a couple weeks. We've got some interesting videos coming up. 5.7 compact from Palmetto State Armory, as well as their PSA micro dagger with the C1 comp slide. Going to be doing a couple reviews on those and some more gun content in the future. But for now, I'm going to get back out on the range and practice clearing my malfunctions. I'll catch you guys next time. Cool.
No more staples, huh?
Freaking idiot.